Hey Maria, you know the latest trend for today on Twitter is one of the most economists in the world.
Yes, Chris, I was about to tell you. It's about Joseph Schumpeter.
Definitely. He's trending on Twitter. Come on, let's talk about him. So before that, let's check the topics for today's trend on Twitter. So it includes first, brief biography, second, theory developed, third, relevant contributions to today's world, and fourth, thoughts to ponder. So let's talk about first his brief biography. Joseph Alois Schumpeter was one of the most accomplished Austrian economists in 20th century. He was born in Triest, Habsburg, Moravia, on February 8, 1883, and died on January 8, 1950. He lost his father at a young age, and then Joseph and his mother moved to Vienna in 1893. In 1906, Schumpeter began his career studying law at the University of Vienna, taking his PhD, and after graduating in 1906, he began working as a lawyer in Cairo. In 1909, he became a professor of economics and government at the University of Czernowitz in modern-day Ukraine. In this time, he basically wrote the theory of economic development, in which he introduced the entrepreneur and innovation in explaining the economic progress. In March 1919, he was invited to take office as Minister of Finance in the Republic of German Austria. This time, he worked on the government sector and was appointed the Minister of Finance for the Austrian government. After leaving government sector, he entered the private sector. In 1925 until 1932, Schumpeter held a chair at the University of Bonn, Germany, and then he lectured at Harvard University in Massachusetts. In this time, he split his time between these two universities. In 1942, his popular book Capitalism, Socialism, and Democracy was published.
People also talk about the numerous books he has written, but I like to focus on the second most popular topic on Twitter. Let us now discuss the second trend that gave rise to Joseph Schumpeter's theory, which is theory developed #Schumpeter. When his first theory emerged, Joseph Schumpeter is working as a professor. He published the theory of economic development in 1911. He introduced and argued his entrepreneurship theory in the publication. Schumpeter made numerous contributions to economic science and political theory, but his 1942 book, Capitalism, Socialism, and Democracy, is best known for laying out the theory of dynamic economic growth, known as creative destruction. He is best known for coining the phrase creative destruction, which describes the process of industrial mutation that continuously revolutionizes the economic structure from within, incessantly destroying the old one, incessantly creating a new one. An example of Schumpeter's creative destruction theory in history was the transition from the Industrial Revolution to the use of oil, and today until we get to today's highly technological society, where renewables are growing exponentially. Remember that Schumpeter is best known for his theories on business cycles and the expansion of capitalist economies, as well as popularizing the concept of entrepreneurship.
So let's proceed with these relevant contributions of today's world. These are first, theories on business cycles. Second, the development of a capitalist economies. And third, introducing the concept of entrepreneurship. First, theories on business cycles, which are one of his contributions of today's world, in which he stated that business cycles are comprised of upswings and downswings, which involves economic activity, such as output, employment, income, and also sales. Because of this, entrepreneurs knows what are highs and lows in a matter of business activity, which basically helps in terms of economic growth. Next is the development of capitalist economies, which Schumpeter believed that capitalism would ultimately be destroyed by its success. That's why for today's world, lots of private sectors and global corporations emerge and have the aspects of entrepreneurialism, which is the driving force and purest form of capitalism. And lastly, introducing the concept of entrepreneurship, which is also one of Schumpeter's contributions in today's world. Because of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurs flex and emerge, making new products and services. Schumpeter pointed out that innovations also arises because of that. Hey Maria, that's how great Joseph Schumpeter was, which everyone keeps tweeting him on Twitter.
Yes, he is an idol. Let us now move on to Joseph Schumpeter's final trending topic, which is thoughts to ponder, #Joseph_Schumpeter. I learned from Schumpeter that entrepreneurs innovate not only by figuring out how to use inventions, but also by introducing new methods of production, new products, and new organizational forms. It made me realize that his creative destruction theory saves time and money. These factors make workers more productive, increase their wealth, and raise their standard of living. Although most critics focus on the loser of creative destruction, it is critical to look at the direct and indirect winners of this economic process. As a result, I conclude that creative destruction teaches us that we should place a greater emphasis on competition and market mechanisms in our economy in general. So that's all. Let's chit chat next time. My name is Maria and my partner is Chris. Thank you for listening.